Okay, so today I'm going to draw a Rizzi bird, and I'm going to use some of Rizzi's designs in my bird too, but this is such a very large piece of paper, and we're just drawing a little bird. So we're going to take our paper and fold it a couple of times so we have a smaller piece. So to fold your paper, you take these two little corners here, and you want them to meet these two little corners here. So I'm just going to fold it up like that, let the corners meet. And then I take my hand and I go across a couple times. There we go. All right. So now I have a half sheet, but I want to go just even a little bit smaller. So now I'm going to fold it. I'm going to take this corner and that corner, and I'm going to fold them over like a book and let them meet here. So now I have a smaller piece of paper. And what I kind of made, it looks like a little greeting card, doesn't it? You can draw right here, and then you can open it up and write a little message to somebody that you like and give them a little piece of art for a gift. Wouldn't that be lovely? So now, if you need some help folding, go ahead and pause the video and ask your parents to help you real quick to get that fold done, and come on back and we will draw our James Rizzi birds. So I'm going to start up here by drawing my bird's head, and I'm going to draw a circle, but it's not going to be a closed circle. So watch me first so you understand what I mean by not a closed circle. I'm going to draw a circle, but the bottom is open like that. So it has a little opening, like you can go inside of it. And I did that because I want to put a beak down here. Now, if you accidentally closed your circle, you can still add a beak on the bottom, and it will look really cute, I promise. So don't be too upset if you close that circle. I'm going to add a few little hairs, or they're not really hairs, I guess they're feathers, little feathers kind of sticking up on my bird there, and inside some eyes. There we go. So I got some little eyes for my bird. So here's where my beak's going to go, and I'm going to make the letter V. It's just going to go down. It's going to start here at the edge of the circle and come back to that edge. And I had an art teacher one time tell me if you draw where you're going to, if you use your finger and you trace where you're going to go first, then when you're ready to draw, you probably won't make a mistake. You'll probably get it correct because your hand's already used to now going in that direction. So here we go, like that. I've got a beak, and I'm going to put two little lines in it. Now, if some of you closed your circle, this is what it will look like. And I told you it would still look very cute, doesn't it? That still looks very cute. Next, I'm going to make a body for my bird, and I'm going to write the letter J. So I'm going to start here and make a nice letter J that curves around. So you're seeing how I'm doing with my hand first. That's my little art teacher trick. So I'm doing with my hand first. There's my letter J. Okay? It's a big letter J because I wanted a nice big fat bird. This is going to be my bird's tail, so I'm going to make a diagonal line right here that goes down like a slide. Remember my little chant, a diagonal line is like a slide, hop on the top and go for a ride. So I'm hopping on the top and I'm going for a ride. There we go. And then I'm going to go right back up to my bird's, like that, all the way up to its body. So now it has a cute little tail. All right? And for fun, I will add a big fluffy feather. And down here we're going to add some feet. You know, I want some dancing feet for my bird, so I'm going to do a line that looks like that. And then on the bottom I'll do 3 short lines for its little feet. And then this one I'll do a straight one. So he's like kind of strutting and having a good time. Now, James Rizzi used repetition a lot in his art, and repetition means to repeat over and over again. And so we're going to repeat shapes over and over again in the background. I'm going to repeat hearts and spirals because I like those shapes. Maybe you want to repeat diamonds or stars or zigzags. That's up to you. But you need to pick a shape or a line, and you need to repeat it. And I would say you need to have that shape or line at least 3 times to call it repeated, all right, or repetition. And I like spirals too, so I'm going to add a few spirals to my James Rizzi pop art style bird. Okay, so now that you've got your bird drawn, it's time for coloring. You can choose how to color yours today. If you've got crayons or colored pencils or markers, whatever you want. You could even paint it if you wanted, but be careful when you're painting, because if you're using markers like this and you add watercolors on top, it will make these the marker run and bleed into your colors. So if you feel like painting, I probably should have said this at the beginning, if you feel like painting, maybe this would be better with crayon or oil pastel. So I feel like markers today. I haven't used markers for a while. When you are coloring your James Rizzi bird, make sure that you are coloring neatly and within the lines, because his art, the pop art that he did, the popular art, was kind of cartoony. And cartoons, even though they're drawn simply, are colored very neatly. You've probably noticed that before. So instead of coloring through my eyes here, I am coloring around them like this. I'm going to color around them. You don't want to scribble scrabble through those eyes. Now, James Rizzi usually colored his birds all one color. So if I was trying to copy him, and I am copying him a little bit today, aren't I? But if I was trying to copy him, I would do it all one color. But you know what? We are our own artists, and we do get to add things that we like, that make us happy. So I think I'm going to change the color of my bird's beak to yellow just for fun. And there we are. You do not have to color the background of this lesson today. You can let that white paper just stay white, or you can color it. Again, you're the artist, so you get to choose. It's up to you. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I just hope that whatever you choose to do, that you're really slowing down, taking your time, and making it nice and neat. So you have something you can be proud of. I'm in the mood for a little red bird today. And remember, I have a habit of turning my paper. So the piece of art, the part that I'm coloring is closest to my right hand, as we talked about that a little bit before. I'm a right-handed artist, and so I like to be really close to the area that I'm coloring, so I don't have to lean all the way over to get to what I'm getting to. And that's a little bitty artist trick you can try too. And I tell you what, if you start doing that, it's actually a good habit to get into, and it's a very hard habit to break. So it makes everything so much easier. I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit of yellow in my spirals. There we go. So now I am done with my James Rizzi bird. I've got some nice bold colors. I took my time and I colored well, and I used my repetition by repeating my hearts and my spirals. When you are done with your James Rizzi bird, please upload it through Canvas so I can give you credit for your art assignment this week. And I cannot wait to see how you've changed it and made it your own. All right? Good luck. Take care.